The Premier League is kicking off in 4 days. All right? I need to give my quick thoughts about the Premier League and what I think is going to happen this one. Now, I think for me, it's going to be a very interesting Premier League season. Let me start off with what has happened recently. Yesterday, there was a Community Shield that was happening. Liverpool up against Crystal Palace. That game ended 2-2. Liverpool scored first. Hugo Ekitike, I think 3 minutes in. Fantastic goal as well. Assisted by Florian Wirtz. And then Frimpong made it, made it 1-0 for Liverpool, right? Then Crystal Palace equalized courtesy of a penalty. Not won by Mateta. Who won that penalty? I think it was Ismail Assar. I'm not so sure on who won the penalty, but I'm damn sure that it was Jean-Philippe Mateta who scored the penalty to make it 1-1. Then Frimpong scored that second goal for Liverpool. Quite a fluke, but still a goal nonetheless. Looks almost similar like the one Saka scored against Chelsea some time back during COVID times. You understand? Against Mendy. I don't know if you recall that one. But yeah, it looked almost the same. Made it 2-1 to Liverpool. And then, of course, Ismail Assar made it 2-2 for Crystal Palace. Went all the way to the penalties. Of course, once the final whistle is blown and you are drawing, there is no extra time for the Community Shield. You go straight to penalties. And Crystal Palace won. And it's fantastic, and I love it for them. It's their first ever Community Shield. And, of course, this came after winning their first ever FA Cup. So it's looking quite good for them. But then again, there's the whole issue of Crystal Palace shall not be in the Europa League next season. They're in the Conference League. You understand? Because their owner also has shares. Is it Olympique Lyonnais? So out of that respect, Olympique Lyon is given precedence over Crystal Palace, and now they are relegated to the Conference League, and the Europa League spot is taken by Nottingham Forest. It's crazy. All right, so of course, it was a good match, all right? Morale boosting for Crystal Palace, to be honest. For Liverpool, of course, you'll say it's a Community Shield, it's sort of a curtain raiser, doesn't give much. But yeah, I think for me, it just goes to show that Liverpool can actually concede goals. Yeah, I think that's what I like most about that match, because Liverpool does concede goals. They can concede goals. I don't know about their striking. Their striking is really good. You can say all you want about it. There's Mo Salah, Hugo Ekitike, Florian Wirtz. It's bad. Honestly, Cody Gakpo, they are really good. And of course, now if you add Isaac there, then it's a whole new problem altogether, right? But Liverpool are looking a bit vulnerable at the back. I will say that and I'll end it there. But still, I think for me, they are one of the favorites. I think this Premier League season has two favorites, Liverpool and Arsenal. Now, I've talked about Liverpool. I think they're vulnerable at the back. I think the midfield is solid. There was also a VAR call that was not given. Yeah? McAllister, again, handed the ball with his hand, and the penalty was not given. I don't understand how that was not given. I think, again, this season you might be up against Liverpool. All right, if you know, you know. Right, so it's one to keep an eye on. A lot of people saw it, and a lot of people questioned it because it was so outright, right? But that's Liverpool. The other team is Arsenal. Now, Arsenal, of course, they have eventually signed a striker this coming season. Arsenal, of course, every time they go into the season, you're thinking, man, this team just needs a striker. They are like the real deal without a striker, right? Now they do have a striker, right? And he's scoring goals. He scored a banger of a header against Athletic Bilbao on Saturday. We were playing the Emirates Cup. Fantastic goal, fantastic assist by Zubimendi, who had a fantastic match, bro. Not gonna lie. Him and Rice in the midfield, they were switching up. Man, it was such a fantastic watch. Let's not lie to one another. It was really good. Saka was on flames. Left wing a bit a problem, but still better than before. Solid at the back as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. Mosquera, bro. That guy's, he's fit into our squad like a glove to hand or like duck to water. It's crazy when you think about it, and it's just a guy who signed a couple of weeks ago from Valencia. He's really good, man. He has put no foot wrong so far. And he plays anywhere. He's agile, he's fast. He can play the pass. He can tackle. He can do everything. He can do everything, honestly. He has that grit of South American with the technicality of Spain. He's good, man. You're not gonna lie, Mosquera is fantastic. But yeah, Zubimendi coming in, he's looking good. We have a striker now. Our defense has always been solid. So we are looking quite good. All right? So I think for me, Arsenal are the other favorites alongside Liverpool. Kind of makes them a bit more favorites now because for me of their defensive solidity. But once Liverpool gets Isak, then I think Liverpool are the title favorites, hands down. But yeah, speaking of Isak, he has not yet come. But you know, it's kind of inevitable because Newcastle are still looking for a striker. And they missed out on one man them called Benjamin Sesko. They were beaten to him by Manchester United. Again, crazy. The Manchester United has this kind of pool when they finish 15th. But let's not forget they are a big club. They are a big club. They have attracted the likes of Mateus Cunha, Mbeumo. These are big footballers, scoring goals for fun as well. And they are good, not gonna lie. And I feel like the fact that they have these two kind of takes the weight off of Sesko to Zileza. Like, you have to score like 20 goals for us. You understand? Like how Højlund came last season and everybody was looking up to him to score goals. It's not the case anymore. Now we have Mateus Cunha and Mbeumo, guys who can score goals. So it's kidogo different now for Manchester United. You understand? And then again, it's coming to a Manchester United side that is not aiming to win the title. I don't think Manchester United will be aiming to finish in the top 4. Maybe they will aim to finish there because, you aim at the sun so that you land at the moon. But I don't think they get there. I don't think they're better than Liverpool. I don't think they're better than Manchester City. I don't think they're better than Arsenal. We're talking 3 teams already. I don't think they're better than Chelsea. So Manchester United may be getting a top 5. Maybe. All right? But then again, that's the beauty of it. Sesko is not coming to a place where he has to deliver so that we get Champions League spots. No. And even if that's the case, there's other people who can help him get there. We're talking Bruno. We're talking Mbeumo. We're talking Cunha. All right, Manchester United are also being linked with a move for Carlos Baleba. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If they get that man there, that's going to be a big one. All right, now, I don't know if they get him because apparently Brighton has slapped £100 million on his price tag, on his head as his price tag. I don't think they get him, but if they do, that's going to be a heck of an acquisition. Let's get it clear. Now, of course, Manchester United, for me, I'm not giving them title favorites. They're nowhere. I think for them, it's just winning top 5. Yuko sawa. Manchester City, they are playing also this weekend against Palermo. Manchester City, of course, it's a team that has Pep. You know Pep. The less said about this guy, the better, because you all know about him. I still feel like, for me, the only issue I have with Manchester City is their defensive solidity. It's still a bit questionable, in my opinion, compared to likes of Arsenal. And that's why, for me, they are not like the top favorites. For me, as we speak right now, if I was to rank the favorites, and of course, I know people will say I'm getting biased, and it could be true. But I think for me, Arsenal, right? Arsenal has only wanted a striker. They have gotten a bad man right now. Now, I know they will say he was dominating this Portuguese league and whatnot, but still fine. Okay. I still think he's a badass striker. He's coming to a team that cooks chances for strikers. Merino was there, he scored goals. Kai Havertz has been there, he's been scoring goals. We can cook for our strikers, right? So, them having a striker, them being as solid as they are defensively, and now they have a Zubimendi who can cook, and Rice and Odegaard, I think Arsenal are the top favourites, followed closely by Liverpool. Now, if Liverpool get this up, for me, they become the top favourites, even beyond Arsenal. But then again, there's the issue about defence for Liverpool. I feel like it's the only place that Liverpool are kind of fragile, in my opinion. The only place, and that's even by a stretch. But it's the only place. But anyway, if they get Isak, I think for me, Liverpool become the favourites. But as we speak, it's Arsenal, Liverpool, and then City. Now, I need to talk about Chelsea. Now, Chelsea, they're looking good, man. I think for Chelsea, again, just like Liverpool or just like City, I think the only bit about Chelsea that is kidogo fragile is their defense. Their defensive solidity is not as good as compared to likes of Arsenal. That's why for me, they are not the title favorites. But, bro, if you look at their attack, they are quick, especially on the wings, bro. Jesus. They have Gittens. They have Neto. They have Estevao. They have Cole Palmer. I don't know if he plays as a winger now. Who else is there on their wings? Striking, they have Delap. They have João Pedro. Bro, don't forget Cole Palmer. I know I'm mentioning like twice, but Chelsea are looking very good attacking-wise. I feel like it's that one team that if they get you on the counter-attack, you're cooked. And they might be adding Xavi Simons to that squad. And I could be forgetting another player there. So Chelsea are really good. Also midfield-wise, Enzo and Caicedo and Cole Palmer. Oh, bro. Chelsea are good, not gonna lie. The only issue I have with Chelsea is their defensive solidity. Their centre-back partnerships does not instill me with confidence, man. I don't even think it does instill Chelsea fans with a lot of confidence. Because yes, they have Kukurea who's been good, he's been solid. They have Reece James, be right back. But unavailability, Kidogo have an issue, but yeah, he's there anyway. Malo Gusto as well. Centre-backs, Levi Colwill, Chaloba, who else? See, I can't even think of proper names. Levi Colwill is out. I think I understand he got an ACL, so he's out. Chaloba got injured as they're playing against Milan yesterday. So who are the centre-backs here? So maybe Chelsea do need a centre-back. But they have also signed Jorel Hato, who can also play as a left-footed centre-back. So some good signings. I think Chelsea need at least one more centre-back signing. And then maybe you can start having conversations about them being like proper title contenders. But I think for me, they are not the top favorites, but they are very much there. I think for me, they are guaranteed top 4. better than Manchester United. So Chelsea, that I said to watch out for. I can't wait to see how they do it. Their first game is against Crystal Palace. Palace is no pushover, bro. So it's going to be quite good. And don't forget, Palace have Eberechi Eze, who might be joining Arsenal. So quite a lot of few things going to happen between now and then. I don't think Eze leaves Crystal Palace this week. If he does, well and good. But I don't think he does. Maybe it might come a week after. Because apparently they have to sign a replacement before they release Eze. So there's a lot of things going on. Also, Steve Parish was being asked about a possibility of players leaving, and he said it's a cycle. It's a cycle thing in football. People leave and people stay. And so he hopes people are going to stay. He can't say for sure that Eze is staying. You know, if Eze is staying, he goes straight and says Eze is going nowhere. He didn't say that. So, yeah. Newcastle, I don't know, man. Newcastle, they have been dodged by everybody. Belmo, Pedro, Trafford, Sheshko. Everybody's leaving. Everybody's seeing Newcastle and just running away. They're not getting it. It's Liverpool, basically. Well, they have gotten Elanga and whatnot, but I think there's still a lot of unsorted issues at Newcastle, especially if they lose Isak, then it's a proper blow. There were some reports that they were looking at Kolo Muani. I don't know how true that is. Time we will tell on that one. They need to get it sorted ASAP. Kind of give me this feel of Isak might actually drag a bit. Might maybe come the last week of the transfer window, maybe. Time will tell. But man, Newcastle, I don't know, if they lose Isak, that's a big blow for their chances, especially in the Champions League and also finishing top 5 next season. Of which top 5 next season is not guaranteed that the top 5 will be getting Champions League football. It's not guaranteed. So Newcastle, man, I don't know much about them, to be honest. As far as their chances of getting another top 4 finish or top 5 finish next season is concerned, I don't know. Aston Villa, I saw they got smashed by Olympic Marseille Juicy. So there's still a lot to be said about that. Nottingham Forest, they have done some signings. I've not followed them much in terms of how they've been performing the preseason. I think we just have to wait. Yeah, we just have to wait. The Premier League is kicking off on Friday. Bournemouth up against Liverpool. I think Liverpool are they playing away or at home? It doesn't matter. So, yeah, Liverpool starting their title defense against Bournemouth is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So, let's see how this one is going to go down, man. Of course, I'm concerning myself with teams like Manchester City, Liverpool, as an Arsenal fan, Chelsea, and Manchester United, because, you know, they are still a big club, basically, to see where they can get to. And, of course, the big one is starting off this Sunday. Yeah, this Sunday you have a blockbuster of a match. Arsenal going to Old Trafford against Manchester United. I feel like we're still a better team than Manchester United. That's why I expect us to win this game. I think we will. I think we shall win this game, but time will tell. All right? Tell me what you think. I think if I want to make my season predictions on this Football Digest daily section, because I will do it on the Extra Digest podcast, I will say Arsenal will win the title. I think they have better defense. I think their depth now is quality, unlike before. If we don't sell Kivior, defense is looking solid, man. Yo, Ben White has been good as well. Yeah, so I think for me, Arsenal wins the title. Over Liverpool, just because Liverpool defensively, I don't think they are solid. Maybe they get Mark Gahey. I think Mark Gahey and Van Dijk could cook, but Van Dijk was at fault yesterday, by the way, when they considered the penalty. He was the one who made the foul. Yeah, so just because of that. But then again, the attack is looking solid. Liverpool, especially if they get Isak. But still, I'm a back Arsenal to win the title this season. I think Liverpool comes second. I honestly think Chelsea versus Man City is going to be a banger. Like, in terms of like who finishes third and fourth. For this one, I don't know, man. I will give Chelsea to finish third. Yeah, I will give Chelsea to finish third. I will give Manchester City to finish fourth. In my opinion, they will finish fourth. Fifth is a big one. Because, you see, as much as Manchester United are not competing in Europe, as much as they may say they have now a proper attacking front line, they'll still be having some 2 games to play per week at some point in time. Carabao Cup will come in somewhere unless they get knocked out early. So, and also their depth, I don't know about the quality of their depth. So, just because of that, I think their starting 11 might be very strong, quite strong, yeah? But their depth after that is questionable in my opinion. Right, so that's the only issue I have with Manchester United, you could argue. And then again, Sesko, of course, is yet to be tested in the Premier League. I know Arsenal wanted him badly, but I mean, yeah, I still feel like they got a bit washed by RB Leipzig, paying all that much for a guy who had 13 goals last season in the league. But it is what it is. They've made the business already. So I think Manchester United might be somewhere around 5th or 6th next season. Yeah, I think I'll have to wait for the transfer window to close so that I'd say with certainty like where I think teams like Manchester United will finish compared to likes of Aston Villa, compared to likes of Newcastle and whatnot. But for the top 4 for me, Arsenal to win the league, Liverpool to come second, Chelsea to come third, Man City to finish 4th, in my opinion. Then after that, we shall see what happens. Maybe next season top 5 might not be important because maybe, just maybe, only 4 teams will go through the Champions League for the 26-27 season. Time will tell. But those are my top 4 predictions. That's how I think the cookie is going to crumble this coming season. Of course, we shall digest this a bit much more on the Extra Digest podcast. Till then, there's only one thing left to do. Subscribe to the channel.